Larry, 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 Larry. Coming to you live from the University of South Florida, the one, the only, Larry Raposo.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Larry Show. Today we are going to talk about beauty. Everybody strives for it, but what is it? Today we have a few special guests with us that study how beauty is cultivated around the world. Our first guest is Erica Welsh. Alright, well, we're glad to have you here today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, right now I'm studying at the University of South Florida, and my studies have focused a lot on beauty and how it is cultivated around the world. And right now I'm focusing on this area in Africa, West Africa actually, and it's a nomad group who call themselves the Wadabi. And this is a picture of them right here, and I found them particularly interesting because they focus on male beauty, which I thought was different, especially compared to our view of beauty. It's normally focused on women, but that's what I'm doing right now.
So, what is their view on beauty for males?
Well, as you can see here, this is not how they're dressed all the time. This is a special pageant type thing that they do called the Jirwal, and it's a pageant for men, which typically here women participate in beauty pageants, but this is like an all-day pageant where they get all dressed up and they do this special dance and presentation of themselves. And at the end of the day, the most beautiful male is chosen. And what they do here is they put red paint on their faces. The Wadabi are particularly, they particularly value like lighter skin color, so they call it like red skin. So they enhance that feature. They put black around their lips and their eyes because they want their eyes to look bigger. They find that to be really beautiful. They want their teeth to look really white and the whites of their eyes. That's why they're all opening their eyes more and showing their teeth, because that's what's considered beautiful. They want the women in the group to see that they have nice straight teeth and big eyes. They also view elongated, like longer, narrow noses as beautiful, and a very thin, long body frame, a thin face. And that's just kind of how what they think is beautiful. Here we can see that beauty is really affected by their view of the world. The Wadabi are very ethnocentric, and in regards to that they think they're the most beautiful people in the world. In fact, they said that the only people they think are more beautiful than themselves are the Hindu people. And that's because they have a lot of the Hindu films have been seeping over into Africa, and they see their pictures of those people, and a few of them see the actual films, and they think all the jewelry they're wearing and the clothing is really beautiful. So you can see elements of that and their headdresses.
How long does the event usually take?
It's all day. They spend a full 24 hours preparing, painting their faces, putting on all the different garments, and then they actually dance all day. And all day. And it's this nice swaying motion. And typically, if they get tired or something, that automatically puts them out of the running for the most beautiful male. But this is something that's really prestigious for them. The most beautiful male, they know who that is for years and years. But yeah, and
why did you choose to study this culture?
I just thought that they were really different. You don't, like I said before, you don't really see a whole lot of cultures that focus primarily on the men, even though we see that in nature a lot with birds having colorful, male birds having colorful feathers. That's not really translated.
Sexual dimorphism.
Yeah, exactly. And these men will want to look beautiful all the time, even though sometimes the only other person they come in contact with is their cows. And they still want to look beautiful for their cows, and they really feel this is important because it separates them from the vast amount of nature around them.
Alright, well, it's It's been awesome having you on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by.
No problem.
Our next guest is an anthropologist named Sterling Battle.
Yeah, how's it going today, Larry?
Pretty well, pretty good. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Well, like Erica, I was studying anthropology at the University of South Florida, like Floridians out there. And I chose to study a culture that's very close to our own, actually. Well, actually, it is our own culture. So I didn't go too far. But I had to be very objective studying the United States using cultural relativity
Oh yeah.
to, look into the United States as if I was an outsider.
Okay. So what about beauty did you study in the U.S.?
Well, I first learned about the latest trends moving in beauty and what their main perspective was. And what I found, like their main perspective on beauty was that youth is valuable.
Yeah.
And it's evident in media portrayal. You always see the young, beautiful models on magazines. You don't see, the old and
Yeah.
crippled,
Yeah.
I suppose. And the more youthful you are, the more sex appeal you have.
Okay.
And the Americans are taking basically any step forward to kind of, get that grasp on that youth that they want to attain. So they do all types of extremes, such as, well, the latest trend anyway is cosmetic surgery,
Oh yeah.
as you
It's
can
huge.
see here. Obviously a little injection here, never hurt anybody, and
Yeah.
lift up to, reduce the wrinkles and everything. And it's not just a facial thing, it's body. Cosmetic surgery is ultimately taking the body shape and molding it to how you want to.
Yeah.
So you can do like tummy tucks for, those who have that little bit of flab over that don't want it. They go and get it fixed to get a little tighter core. And then they have, the breast implants, a new one, butt implants.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Nicki Minaj. Yeah, that's been the latest trend in beauty in America that I've been finding so far.
Okay.
Moving away from the creams and lotions and, everything we're used to, and it's passed on from generation to generation.
Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by today.
Of course.
Our next anthropologist today is Jessica Geller.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good.
So, do you want to tell the audience what your research is about?
Well, I did mine on the Philippines. A group in the Philippines called the Alangats, something they found beautiful is these earrings that they make out of a red hornbill bird, the beak, they make it out of that, and the men wear them.
Okay. What's so significant about them?
Well, it's the way the men get the earrings. They go on headhunting raids where they kill or take the head of someone from another village, and they view these other people in other villages as semi-human, not as important as like their own people, and so it's okay to kill these people. And once they do, they receive these earrings, and they are viewed as beautiful to the women, and the women want to marry them, and they become a man when they wear it. They're no longer a child.
So, what made you interested in studying this culture?
Well, where I do my study is in Asia, and I had heard about these people from an anthropologist colleague of mine, and so I just had to check it out, get involved.
Well, thank you for stopping by today.
Thank you.
Well, that concludes our show for today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I want a big round of applause for all of our anthropologists today. Tune in next week, you guys.
Larry Show has been brought to you by the University of South Florida, Tampa, Florida, and all quality associates. Thank you. Have a nice day.